Ladies and gentlemen, the #1 contenders for the AEW World Tag Team are thrown over the top rope, and both feet touch the floor.
It'll be a Donnybrook, every man, every team for himself.
And left feet must hit the floor for the team to be eliminated.
They are ranked #1 and 2 respectively, but a lot of these teams unranked.
In here means a main event level matchup.
Right now, guys, that means the elite of Kenny Omega and Hangman
Championship match coming up later on tonight as Hangman W. And now we see Scorpio Sky
on
Kazarian.
Oh! Cage, the first time ever in AEW history. Cody.
A guy that's bigger than him, stronger than him, and not.
And jump for his troubles.
So Evans is out.
Go to hold his ground. And one would also think this would make
so late. You want to get as many teams out of the matchup as
in the wrestling business in the 70s. The old timers would tell you that the battle roll small space. That 18-foot square, 20-foot square, wherever it is a built.
Obviously, from falling over the top rope to the floor, that's danger in its.
Whoa, look at that.
Mark Quinn sent up top by T-Hawk and Isaiah Cass. And T-Hawk sent for a ride over the top for that title shot at Revolution, but right now the Butcher and the Blade have other ideas.
A unique advantage in a battle royal environment where you got to hoist him over the top.
And now look at this, Al, and I noticed at ringside the rest of the
Over here. I thought the Exalted One is approaching.
And, oh, look at this!
Oh my God!
Oh my God!
SAU.
The super kicks, the super kick party, thunderous shots to
their ashes in his mouth. And, oh, look at the sky! Grayson following up.
Grayson's a tough dude, let me tell you.
Jackson, and now, oh, look at that. A low blow to Nick. Angelico got back of the head of Angelico, stopping him in his tracks, and now.
It's become a striking chop fest.
Well, slow down to keep your breath.
And if you look at the.
Well, that's a great point, and they're in this, right?
They are. They are one of the. At this Shima. Iconoclasm on Trent.
He's striking with his most opportune. They're street.
Jungle Boy sent out to the apron as well. Oh, high kick rattle. Oh, look at this.
Jungle Boy holding on his life of this match.
And now Jurassic Express, an assisted Tierras there from Jungle Boy, and the drop kick to follow.
Big, strong guys.
There you are. Luchasaurus.
What is she doing?
Distracting.
And aid to blindside Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus. Tony the blindside. And
what?
Dark Order.
They don't stop recruiting. Honest.
Actually, I think it would be a good move.
Inflate, perhaps.
And Angelico sending Nick.
Whoa.
Planting Angelico.
Man, spot wrestle at the Revolution.
Speaking of getting.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that counter. Jackson with a thick.
One for the Butcher and one for the Blade.
Oh my God, he's gone.
Nick is gone.
Oh. The Butcher using his strength to eliminate Nick. And
play got caught with an elbow coming in. Used his own
shake a little bit. That was it. He is so big and strong.
Tony, JR, I think we might have a hoss fight on our hands.
They both bring it now.
They are bringing it. You're right. This is great.
An amazing crowd here in Atlanta.
For the Butcher, Luchasaurus does.
Wow, look at the athleticism. And the flexibility.
Right around injecting. And the fans love it.
Looks like out to the apron. Now Quinn in dangerous territory. And Ortiz.
Oh.
Well, this gets.
With Cassidy.
Party has been eliminated.
Party's always said that.
I've always said that. Yeah, I know.
Up and over the top. Holding on for dear life. Angelico eats a.
Do something. Ask for some help.
Oh, and Angelico eats a headbutt up.
The Hybrid 2 has been eliminated.
Sammy Guevara.
Teams, both members of the team, have to be eliminated over the top rope.
Oh
no.
Jurassic Express. And then
it worked.
Best friends hanging in there. Both members still in.
Friends of the Butcher and the Blade. Floor.
I agree because that's where you're going to lose.
Rules.
And now Chuck Taylor charging in, but eats a boot courtesy of. roundhouse kick.
Yeah, kind of glancing, but it got enough.
They got him. Absolutely.
Rising to the occasion here in Atlanta.
He eliminated by the Butcher.
That was the wrong time to try to embrace.
Urgency and the resiliency that we've grown to know from the Bucks. Orange Cassidy, where was he?
I have no idea. He didn't walk out with the team.
Tony on the spot.
Freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy. Swinging DDT there from Trent. Blade sent over the top, and he's
mid-cat. Now, what do we have?
Bucks' best friends, Blade and Santana and Ortiz.
Santana and Ortiz in place.
So they're your favorites right now.
Yeah, they have a
Absolutely.
distinct advantage. Santana and Ortiz sending Matt and the big to give the people what they want.
It's a bonus hug.
How about that?
Freight train just ran right through two men.
And now Butcher earlier in this match are continuing as Butcher.
So impressive, JR, in this one.
Yeah, he has. And there's something going on, I think, between they don't like each other. That's what I detect out of this deal.
Well, he certainly is focusing.
I think Butcher thought he had it done. He turned his attention away for a second, but
Well, 4 teams, I should say.
But only 2 of them really working together right now.
territory.
Man, look at this. It's a front face lock, Chancery.
Orange Cassidy look Trent once again. Trent bringing the heavy leather himself.
Boy,
Cassidy
that's a different
sharing a
segment.
tender moment. Oh!
There'll be bruising.
The big man.
Whatever it takes, get him on the floor.
What's that? So both men are still in the fight then.
And now at ringside.
Man, it does not. Whatever bucks you got, don't count it out.
Matt Jackson trying to.
Santana over that one coming.
And now the night suplex very nearly sending Santana.
Santana. And the other sad part of this is
Oil.
Straight sweeper from Santana and Ortiz.
That's got to be.
Matt, no.
There you go. Snuck
Matt,
under the
hold on.
top rope, holding on.
Over sneaking in underneath that bottom rope. And now Santana and Ortiz.
is fighting. Like
Oh!
a man whose career is.
Tiger. And
I know what that is. Sammy. Matt Jackson almost took Sammy's head off.
Yes, he did.
AEW tag titles.
Bucks.
the young man Adam Page and Kenny Omega. Possible competition at Revolution, but Jackson able to defy the odds.
Evolution.
I'll tell you something, guys. The odds are extremely long. It's in essence. It's amazing to me.
Well,
Jackson able to defy the odds.
Absolutely incredible.
and there you see his brother Nick, obviously, to
For a little guy like Matt Jackson to withstand.
For one fall with a 20-minute time.
Fortune to climb up the ranks of the women's division and looking for a shot.
22 countries. And we're being joined by our resident dentist.
Got no whip because I want to make sure you're, keeping the figure.
likeness on it.
Does it have Blue Chew in it?
In AEW and women's rankings, it's a very important match.
Galaxy, Chris Statlander.
She's a big, strong athlete. She's be a difference.
And they're both very, very talented.
Well, Britt, you are the number 5 ranked woman in the AEW.
Who's the star of this show? Me. Whose face is everywhere? Me. I thought. Thank you.
All right, bell sounds. We're ready to go. This is a
Thank you, Tony.
Rick Knox is our official that Statlander kind of professes to be a part of.
Can you explain?
Department
I get that.
seems to be working for her.
On this Excalibur?
She professes to be the Galaxy's greatest, and
All
then
right.
she was you asked, man.
I know. I'm sorry to put you on the spot.
With a beautiful wrist lock. Chris Statlander there.
Yes, sir.
Tickets on sale. That's Wednesday, February 26th, Silverstein Eye Center outside of Kansas City.
And if you got suggestions for a barbecue, tweet me.
Model, it appears, and all she has to do is look right over here.
Yeah, you're the great.
Taking advantage. Tony Schiavone, I don't know, but it is not.
Okay, well, mine is.
That's impressive.
Cyber stalking me on Twitter, coming at me nonstop. I want to protect Tony because it's obvious she's trying to ride our wave, so I'm going to need you to block.
Shanna pie facing Statlander, but Statlander, powerful pie.
I like cake. Just say it.
Settle down there, Jay.
Showing off her power. She sends Shanna into the ropes. Kick guard.
She's a big lady with a lot of power, and that's in a moment. Don't go with it. Britt Baker has joined Tony Schiavone, Excalibur, and myself here at the announce position on the Minutes Tag Team Championship. The steel cage match in its young history. And this is not the old, I don't get third-grade soccer people mad at me.
Yeah, Nyla Rose is now the champion. It's got to make it doubly tough.
Match, first ever. You're going to see history made tonight. Because this escape the cage and you win deal. That's like getting a participant.
You're going to get somebody mad at you every time you turn. But
I know.
Dr. Baker's able to win the championship.
I wouldn't say that he had a fantastic match, smarter than me. I can literally outsmart any single one, male or female, in this.
About Jeff Cobb. He may need a dentist or
Cover. 1, 2.
hitman, assassin.
Fight TV via AEW Plus. You've got to like what. Now Shanna taking Statlander for a ride. And now look at Drag.
It was too late.
Rick Knox.
We are back live here on TNT. AEW still anybody's ball game, but it seems like Statlander may be getting a little
Corner, sizing up her opponent and runs in. That lift. And look how easily Statlander hoisted Shanna up and set her out in the powerbomb.
Their neck of the mandible, and that's where 33% of jaw fractures take place. So I'd send out.
And now Statlander ascending to too much time. As Shanna able to sweep out. And Statlander trying to fight her way back up.
Wow.
Boy, it takes some quickness.
Far leg of the hook of the leg. And Shanna is a little surprised.
Yeah, Shanna, you can see the wheels turning there.
Dr. Baker, this is where you really got to just...
Shanna going reverse. Oh, DDT spiked her on the crown of that.
I was going to say the finish, but no, it's not.
Nope, not yet.
Powerful and so resilient is Statlander.
As this match has progressed, it has gotten more...
You should focus on the match you have, I would think.
And now Shanna covers. 1, 2, no! And her shoulders.
Oh, look at
How
no.
strong
Power.
here. My God.
But she's Texan.
Well, there it is. I take a look now. Those incisors, we have to get those taken care of. Thanks so much.
Okay, thank you. Man, what a...
Well, folks, here's how Nyla Rose, powerful, stronger than the champ, Rio.
Being more physical than ever. And now she's going to face a woman who I think is going to even...
Sequence of offense by Rio, who shows absolutely...
Oh, my God!
Championship.
Both these ladies have just driven each...
They be kneeling. Watch out while I break through this.
Oh, my God, we got a new champ!
A hell of a time coming, and at long last.
Home for all your favorite All Elite Wrestling official apparel and gear. Log on dating 20% of proceeds from the I Love AEW t-shirt to shopaew.com. Log on today and wear what the stars of...
Well, JR, is a historic night in Austin, Texas. Ever AEW Women's World Champion.
Competitor, still young in her infancy in her...
Congratulations on...
How you greet me? Is champion of annoying little bees buzzing around. I should have been the first champion. Be the face on all these Gretchen posters. What happens when I get hungry? I broke Riho. I cut her strings. Yeah, little Riho showed a lot of courage, but where did that get her? Unbridled power! Buzz around and say what you're gonna say, but at the end of the day, out there can stack up to me. Nobody can beat me.
She's confident.
He is the number 2 ranked contender to Nyla Rose's Women's World Championship. Statlander calling her shot. Big, swole, another pop.
All right.
Now, get my face again, I'm
Well,
folks, let's change gears here real quick. I'll get it right. Came on to the scene last week.
Bounty Hunter.
What's he doing now?
beckoning to the back.
My God, this man in all the land.
I would agree, man. If he hooked
Talent that Jeff Cobb can bring is insurmountable.
Netful and ending careers. His name.
Exactly, JR. You know, I appreciate you guys having me here. Obviously, I'll tell you what, which is where he's just a wild man. He's tough, nasty, hates Jericho. Jeff Cobb, a guy who competed in the 2004 Summer Olympics. Mox is in for a potential whooping here.
Ascend. Let's take it down to Justin.
This contest is set for one fall, 231 pounds. Moxley!
John Mox after tonight and Jeff Cobb.
He's a man. Never disappointed in effort, intimidation.
He's no doubt. One adjective I might want to add to that, JR, is credibility.
Honolulu, Hawaii. Weighing 250 pounds. Jeff.
Cobb's got that low center of powerful gravity. Hey, the champion. Meet John Moxley. That is, if Moxley is able. Cobb's got that low center of powerful gravity. Hey, the champion. Meet John Moxley. That is, if Moxley is able to. Jericho Moxley, Saturday, February 29th in Chicago. Olvara, the champ.
Jericho's side.
Well, fellas, I suggest
Gaze in the eyes of Cobb towards Chris Jericho. A hired tank.
It's a great point, Paz. Moxley all over this building, given the opportunity.
you can count on that.
Whoa!
And here we go.
Oh, here we go. Nice.
No!
Put it out, JR. Great job by Cobb.
Cobb not waiting long. Elbow. And then the left eye of Moxley as well. Or excuse me, the what?
That Jericho has surrounded himself with. So what kind of shape?
Well, you know, listen, there's no stop in Mox. He's inside him. He smothers his opponent. That's so important when you have a guy on.
Nothing. Oh, look at that. Moxley going over the top. We're returning to Las Vegas Garden Arena on May 27th for an episode of AEW.
AEW Tix, T-I-X.
See how Cobb backed himself up. So smart. He took a couple of back steps before.
Jericho very, very looking on as Jeff Cobb.
Oh, that diving headbutt. And the back, lower back. He knows how to break you down, taking his time.
Right, exactly. So Cobb hit a beautiful drop kick. Let's not forget how athletic Cobb is.
His mission here to win the match or to maim Moxley.
I don't think Chris wants just a bunch of pain put into Mox.
Le Champion, Chris Jericho for that AEW World Championship at Revolution building that night.
Found it interesting that Cobb in control was cutting promo.
What Mox did, though, because Jeff Cobb was fixing to do a double overhook front salt of that offense. Oh, from Jeff Cobb.
On the concrete, fling around. Who's going to win this slobber knocker, ladies and gentlemen? We're going.
And Taz, you're right. Moxley was in trouble. Cobb was going for that, opening the knee into the inside of the thigh of Jeff Cobb. And you saw it bugging him a little.
Was going to go for, again, singling out the core of the body, the middle of the
Moxley.
This is no way to prepare for a title match in 10 days.
He brings it, man. He brings it.
He will fire up right in your face. He has no fear.
Feet of Le Champion, Chris Jericho.
Referee's got to keep it out. That's hideous. Come on, champ.
I think it was kind of clever. I know it was nasty. It was stinky, but I kind of dug it.
Tender John Moxley.
Now, this Cobb is a beast. He's a folk.
That's good cardio. And then now look at us ripping at the tape.
Trying to fight up to a vertical.
He's got to break on 4 because if Aubrey had been aware of his surroundings and the count.
Smart, motivated, money motivated. Chris Jericho has incentivized.
Mox up at those shots.
Oof, slap. Peripheral vision for John Moxley.
Absolutely. Reverse gut wrench. Really works at the middle of the
vice-like grip. Those powerful arms and shoulders of Cobb punishing Moxley.
Moxley-Cobb matchup is everything we thought it was going to be. Power.
Move, but Moxley, to counter it, and Moxley.
Front of the kneecap, the patella area, watch out! Wow.
Good strategy.
Messed up wheel. You cannot throw a suplex one leg. It's very hard to do that in regard.
Just as dirty as Cobb. He's 10 days to that opportunity, but his body
by this desperate Moxley, and he is desperate right now.
In 10 days' time.
In the hips of a Jeff Cobb, man. It just comes with years of training. It's the punish.
Yeah, and he's also saying to his boss, I got.
Again, the poise, taking his time is Cobb. He's got old.
Stronger guy.
But Cobb just backed him in. Heel hook.
Beginnings of a knee into a heel hook, but good bucks, I gotta say, going after that leg of Cobb.
It's effective because Cobb quickly goes going on top.
Oh, no.
He got caught. Moxley got
by Jeff Cobb. Stepping through, catches his opponent. And here's the power again.
Oklahoma Stampede there by Jeff Cobb.
Super athletic.
And not to take anything away from Jeff Cobb because he is phenomenal tonight.
I agree. Good point.
Oof.
But he's here gutting
a rope, a running knee. He's got Cobb on roller skates.
Yeah, Cobb's rocked right now.
Very low trajectory on the German
and a clothesline.
Style, you're getting it right here. Physicality.
As Jeff Cobb is about to find out.
They both love it. They're both
Cobb! Oh! Thrust kick.
It's almost as if Cobb, center of gravity, they got right underneath Moxley and almost took him out of his shoes.
As Jeff Cobb is about to fall.
They both love it. They're both smirking.
Cobb! Oh! Thrust kick.
It's almost as if Cobb, gravity, they got right underneath Moxley and almost took him out of his shoes.
Looking for the paradigm shift. Oh!
Well, really misses. He doesn't have a lot of offensive mistakes.
Well, JR, that he cannot see towards that right side, Mox. And Cobb.
Get out of there! Turn loose on John Moxley. And they are dismantling
Cobb and the champion, Chris Jericho.
They did not waste any.
He's got to score to settle these guys. They broke his arm. Bring away on Hager.
But he turned his back on Sammy Guevara.
It's easy to figure out. The one is getting their ass whipped.
Oh, he got.
He's back. Crowd has been electrified.
I got goosebumps.
Who's almost lost his voice. His throat was all screwed up in the ring with his cronies.
And in the sights of Darby Kid. Oh! Jabbing the champ, but Hager died.
And there's this guy right there. Darby wants some of Sammy. Cobb right behind you, son. Ooh.
Cobb got
look at Mox
in the ring. The champ
God.
and the #1 contender are in the ring. Let's just have a little warm up here, fellas. What do you think?
Jericho!
Jericho sits it.
Le Champion remembers his title belt too.
Man, what a matchup. We aren't going anywhere.
John Moxley finding some unexpected backup. Hatred for Chris Jericho and the Inner Circle.
The angst, another level. Another level of champion in the worst way.
10 days away, February 29th.
Darby Allin wants a piece of shit. Shaping up to be like an all-star game. Tony Schiavone is
here we just saw. And the angst, you're right. But
very pointed.
Look, and you can see.
And obviously Darby's still unable to communicate. You're right.
There's so much. Your vocal. He always psychs himself up, don't you?
Yeah.
Comes out, looks next
stage. You see how nonchalant he is. How he flips that switch. There's no one better.
Sometimes the man, very well read. He's a different breed of. Standing by, we present Justin Roberts.
The All Elite Wrestling World Tag Team. Introducing first, the challengers from Dragon Jr., El Cero Miedo, the Lucha Brother. they are the current All Elite Wrestling World and Kenny.
His real name.
It is. I've seen his passport.
Remsburg is the ref. A vocal, raucous.
Special shout out friends at State Farm who once again made Justin Roberts this afternoon before the show. So thank you to State Farm.
Boy, the Hangman.
Talkative. Hangman Adam Page. Ray Phoenix at time.
Page showing off his strength advantage as he stops.
Timing, hard kick.
They're tagging in Kenny Omega.
Early tag shows a sign maybe of arm
Omega in the past. The boot to the face from.
Want to remind everybody,
Love.
join us Wednesday, March 11th. Wednesday, March.
That's going to be great. What else, Tony?
Our fans in Philadelphia, the second, returning to Philadelphia. Tickets on sale now.
AEW.
On full display, Pentagon Jr. has not even been able to tag into this match. Brothers are fighting off the back foot here. Look at the pump handle into the pin. 1, 2, Pentagon
Airlines.
That was good tag teamwork. Is what that was.
And Ray Phoenix fighting against.
Wanted to end this thing early. Starts the process.
Running shooting star. No!
Ray Phoenix able to kick out, but just barely. Omega, Page, Young Bucks match up at Revolution.
What would we to face the Bucks?
And who would they cheer if that did happen?
Staggering Hangman.
Wow.
And Pentagon makes the tag.
Is Kenny?
Yes.
And now the Lucha Brothers taking full advantage.
Or they'll be disqualified. Somewhat lenient, but a good rule.
Brother and takes down Hangman Page. Oh, walked his life.
I think Remsburg forgot to count.
Oh!
Dissected. Ray Phoenix, champions. We will continue right now, live.
Goes to the outside.
To ground the Lucha Brothers, but it's the Lucha Brothers are the team grounding.
They're turning the Lucha Brothers, I think, trying to come out of the gates with
JF, Wardlow, steel cage, first time ever, and your attitude.
Yikes.
Well, that's the training and scouting. Just look at the tape because there's nobody who can work out.
So unique, such gifted athletes.
Man, Omega's getting beat.
That's a sign of a great tag team. And it's very apparent that Omega and Hangman, especially Hangman.
Possibility that Hangman Adam Page and Kenny Omega may face for the first time ever in AEW with the tag team titles on the line.
I've done this one.
No.
Just buy it on pay-per-view and enjoy a hell of a night of pro wrestling. On the arm.
Are just surgical in dismantling of Kenny Omega.
Who's been in there a long time, and notice the whole time, Omega's been
on with Hangman. Hangman has proven his loyalty is not. Sledgehammer.
Lucha Bros are in charge. The challengers for quite some time.
Yeah, Omega taking off his feet right.
Page on the far right side of your screen, moving around, goes in and out.
Inspiration. I'm not so sure it hurt him as well as his opponent.
Into that DDT.
Executed by Kenny Omega. Still the Hangman, Adam Page.
Big shot. Pentagon Jr.
Got to have a controlled burn here, though.
Shoulder tackle knocks him down.
Look at that big.
And springs up. Look at this. And the sliding lariat. 1, 2, no.
In this matchup, leave as the tag team champs. Get that big pot to say about that outcome.
And he and Hangman Page have worked very well.
You want to talk about Revolution next week, immediately following AEW. Stay tuned for that.
It's the countdown to Revolution next Wednesday.
Suplex. Ray Phoenix come in. And the tornado into the cutter. Pentagon.
Goal of Kenny Omega. Destroyed it.
And Tony, you mentioned it, how the Lucha Brothers altered their attack. They were arrested at least 63 days ago. And it's got to be given Omega and Page.
Line moves they can do and the great things they can do in the ring. But let's talk about
two great tag teams. One will meet the Young Bucks. Sorting. And Pentagon Jr. to bring it. You're right, Tony. Look at this. Oh, look at this. That's freak.
Omega.
The apron, no less.
Oh! Kenny Omega.
And now Hangman Page from the rafters. See here, ladies and gentlemen. Omega throwing his partner back in the ring. Because I think,
Discus lariat. Cover. 1, 2. As close to 3 as you could possibly get, but
Ready to make that tag in?
I don't know, but we're seeing more of these dang tags, and we see.
And more pain now.
Pentagon ducks up.
Wow! What a missile drop kick.
From up.
It is sudden.
Oh, pop up.
Action right there. Great tandem offense. Almost seamless.
Omega counters. He's
Buckshot.
Oh, no!
Page has passed the point of no return.
And the loop. Ray Phoenix ducks under the lariat, comes back, went for the.
Before, it was, I gotta believe it was inadvertent.
Solution for the Young Bucks and the tag team titles. 1, 2. Oh, get out!
2.5. That did not materialize because of the courage.
Quite a battle. An incredible battle. All 4 of them.
Avoided by Omega. Oh, Snapdragon suplex. Phoenix charges it. Oh, it's got the hooks in. Tiger Driver.
Inhuman. I mean,
unbelievable. Looking for that one-winged angel. Nobody's been able to kick out of that.
Yeah.
Line tag there by Hangman.
Hangman will be the legal man.
Puts on the buckshot combination. Yeah!
How about what we got now?
And still all Adam Page.
They are members of the elite. They are #1 contenders for the tag team titles. More members.
Saturday, February 29th, Chicago TV.
Great show, sportsmanship. I agree, Ed.
Omega being pulled lit. He said, I tried to help.
Well, he did, and
Hard to beat a cold beer after a good night's work.
oh, there's plenty of beer around here.
I drink my share of Atlanta beer.
Yep. I've seen you drink.
There's a Dave LaGreca busted open fat.
He is, isn't he?
Yeah, he's right there.
If you're Hangman Adam Page, you never have to pick up a bar tab.
On the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega still in the ring.
Look, they're professional athletes.
Exactly.
They're fighting for a lot of money. We are in store to see one of the greatest tag team encounters of all time. There's too many stories, too many undercurrents.
Back that, with the exception of that one little miscue.
In 267 pounds.
Right there. Big, strong man. And those videos of him training.
NFL Combine worthy. He is so strong and so agile in the steel cage.
Look at the physique of Wardlow. Thus far we've gone, and he is intimidating to say the least.
6'3", 6'4", I'm getting.
As he realizes, yeah, he's bigger, he's stronger.
Field. Home field. Cody's at home. Brandy Rhodes.
The
And his
nightmare.
big Hurricane Night.
Want to throw this out here, I can't help but think 1985, his father and Ric Flair were kindred. Cody climbs into a steel cage with a lot of
Do it. Want to have everyone stick around.
Yes, it did.
I think MJF in his wildest dreams ever felt it would go this far. For MJF and what could waiting him at Revolution. Bell sounds, here we go.
How about that look?
Faller submission.
And Cody and
And it didn't flinch.
Cody ducks under.
Use the quickness.
And scary.
He's trying to intimidate right now. I don't think Cody
Over the top of Wardlow. Drops down. Oh, the right hand.
That's that Rhodes over from this monster man who's simply an amazingly gifted actor.
But with a leap of his own, coming back with that disaster kick.
Using
him off his feet.
And Wardlow just able to easily shove Cody off. And,
clothesline by Wardlow.
In MJ days' time, he is on a collision course with Cody at Revolution. Oh.
Collision course this caliber with what's left of Cody.
He's asserted himself here. Wardlow and you should not go anywhere. Cody has been busted open.
Wardlow just ramming Cody's face into it.
Yeah, but he's had that cut on his...
Very tender. But be that as it may, the bottom line here, and now you just see how strong and what that means.
And this hometown crowd has his back, but...
Wardlow using this cage as if it were
And this is not about winning for Wardlow. This going into Revolution in his match with MJF at...
And we saw how that worked out for Cobb. He took us off the ball for a half.
Hanging on to that top rope by the tips of his toes. But Wardlow to the face of Cody.
And adding insult to injury, Cody having to listen to it by the heartbeat. Literally.
Oh, my God. He is. He's really...
AEW Dynamite. Cody has been busted open. And busted open, so there was a lot of blood. Right there. Caught him right now. Has been opened up even more severely.
Oh, look at this, Cody!
Will to create offense and fight my way back into this. Man, what a stunner, a cutter, whatever you want to call it.
And now Cody up on the corner.
Nice. Then it can change all kinds of strategies.
Cody, immediately after the conclusion of this steel cage matchup.
Obviously no countouts.
That there is a little space between the apron of the ring and the cage. Break a leg, break an arm. There's just
shoulders. He's got him. And he takes this. It doesn't go for a cover.
Well, we know his motivation himself. On Saturday night, February 29th on pay-per-view. That's a story.
Le Champion, Chris Jericho, and Jon Moxley on Wardlow. Oh,
knocked the door off. Man, that... Wait a minute. Arn. Other way! And sent MJF
into the deep water as Mr. Mayhem has Cody up. Cody escapes second clothesline.
Wardlow has been a monster. When he gets that advantage, he finds it with his speed against this big man.
His feet as Wardlow... the power slap!
Kick out.
And now Cody.
Dynamic right hand by Wardlow.
This is a mistake for Cody.
And Cody just thrown like a rat.
You're helping them out. They don't have to lift you up. You're right at their height.
A very heavy price.
Look at Wardlow.
Wardlow.
A half a count away. Wardlow can't believe it.
And 265 pounds.
Hey. Oh, it's disqualified for using.
Cody.
Low
diamond.
$9,000. Yeah!
Oh, yeah! Arn Anderson. Oh, my God. Think of what could
Rhodes!
Will one be enough? Right there.
The State Farm Arena held its breath. Cody's looking to the sky.
Soon heaven on its way to hell.
Letting his emotion carry him away here.
Oh, my God!
To win the steel cage match, and now we know actually you to challenge MJ finally.
What the
cage? Let's take another look at this, Tony. Here's what you're asking about. Champion that he was, and bam!
But that is, he had to come off the top of that stage.
The American Coon!
My God, what heart, what courage. Look at this against a perfect pin. That's that learned reflex.
Conventional and a very unconventional steel cage matchup.